Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well, and if you're new here then welcome. My name is Olivia. So as we are getting into autumn now, I know we're not quite there yet, but we're all starting to think about it. All the pieces are coming in the shops and I'm getting really excited about it. I thought that I would do my top autumn trends of 2025 that I'm probably going to be reaching for and wearing. There is a few other trends that I'm going to leave out that aren't really my style. But yeah, so this is my top most wearable autumn trends of 2025. So as always, all the pieces that I mention or show you guys to talk about the trends, I will link as much of it as possible down below if you guys wanted to buy any of these pieces. But you probably already have a lot of stuff in your wardrobe that you can restyle and rewear in different ways to create a lot of these trends. So the first trend that I wanted to talk about, so my number one trend, I feel like this is going to come as no surprise to anyone, is brown. Brown is literally not going anywhere. It was huge last autumn and it's been really big all through summer and spring, and it's not going anywhere this autumn, and I am so happy about it. I have got a lot of brown pieces now in my wardrobe. Brown really is the new black, and I just feel like it's such a versatile color. It's not quite as harsh as black, but it is still like a neutral, and it's more exciting than just wearing like beige or just a black and white top. Like go for like a chocolate brown like trouser and a white top. It just adds something different and you look more on trend and more like fashionable, in my opinion, especially because obviously it is the color of the season. I feel like this is something that probably nearly everyone has already got in their wardrobe, but if not, definitely get and purchase it at quite affordable prices, because you can get brown tops, you could get brown knitwear. I've got some brown satin trousers which I wear to death. I've got a brown satin maxi skirt, I've got a brown chocolate brown mini skirt, I've also got chocolate brown knee boots, a chocolate brown bag. Like there's so many ways to incorporate this into your wardrobe. So this is a trend that I absolutely love and I am definitely going to be wearing a lot of in autumn. It's also just such an autumnal color. Like brown lends itself to autumn perfectly, and obviously it's going to go into winter as well. And it's already coming in like massively in Zara, H&M, Mango. Like it's literally everywhere. So many stunning new brown pieces, so the choice is literally like endless right now. So the second trend that I am loving is Western. I feel like this trend has a lot under its umbrella. So obviously when I think of Western, I think of denim, double denim, fringe, suede. Also I would say will go under that bracket. But for me, double denim is something that I've always loved wearing. I just think it's a really cool like way to elevate an outfit. It's essentially just like a co-ord, and I love a co-ord. It's just such a good throw on look and you're just good to go. I've actually styled up a few double denim outfits recently. I'll pop on screen one that I did recently, and it's just such an effortless way to just look chic and cool, I think. I feel like you could also take this cowboy Western theme to an extreme if you wanted and bring in the hats. I personally wouldn't, that isn't for me, but if you really wanted to, you could. But another part of the Western trend, which I have loved for years, is cowboy boots. They are not going anywhere. They have been around, I think they got mainly popular again last year. It might have been the year before last. I've had a pair of cowboy boots for, I want to say like 7 years. I've had one really good pair of leather black snakeskin cowboy boots, and I've had them resold like 3 times because they were an investment. Like they were quite expensive. I spent like over £100 on them, which at the time was a lot of money to me, but I loved them so much. And yeah, they've just not gone anywhere. I've been able to wear them every year. So I would say cowboy boots is a great way to inject this Western theme into an outfit. And I am actually in the market for some suede cowboy boots this season, and I have seen some on Zara. I'll pop on screen the ones that I'm talking about. The ones are again just over £100, so they are a bit of an investment, but like I said, they are worth it. But yeah, also under this bracket of Western, I would say suede and fringing come under that, and suede has been huge now for a long time and I'm so obsessed with it. I've got a suede blazer. Suede bomber jackets are massive right now. There's like a Zara trending, I think there's a couple Zara trending bomber jackets that are suede that are all sold out already. and it's not even actually like autumn yet. It's pre-autumn and they're already all sold out. So that's why we got to do these videos early, because all the good stuff sells out so quick. So yeah, suede is still huge and I am so obsessed with it. I already have some dark suede pieces. I want to get some like more like light neutrally suede pieces. That also, I would say, would come under the Western trend. And yeah, so suede is back again in like a huge way as part of that. And another sort of trend that comes under the Western trend, which is also huge, is fringing. This has been quite big for festivals, but this is now sort of branched out and it's more sort of like an everyday fringing vibe. It's more like on a bag, on a jacket, but more like a subtle way that you can actually just like wear day to day, rather than like a statement piece that you'd only wear out to a festival where it looks a bit costumey, if that makes sense. This is like more of like an understated fringe. Also, fringe dresses, skirts and tops I've also been seeing that are more like evening vibes, which I really like. I feel like it just adds some like movement and a different like dimension to an outfit. Like a little black dress with like some fringe on it just adds something a bit extra. So that is another fun way to inject a bit of fringe into your wardrobe if you want to try it out but not like go full out on it. Another trend that I am loving right now, which came in really big in the summer, is lace. And I feel like this trend has really taken off because Zara brought out some gorgeous lace, sort of like asymmetric cami dresses, and they all went viral. They were all sold out for ages, and now they've brought them back in like gorgeous little tops, and they brought out some new dresses and some new skirts, which are so stunning. And I feel like lace is really big in autumn and winter anyway, but yeah, for it to be really big in summer was quite like a new thing, and I actually really liked it. And I've worn quite a lot of lace already this year, and I'm definitely going to be taking it into autumn and winter. But yeah, like I said, I've seen so many stunning pieces on Zara, so I'll link a few of my favorites down below, and I'll pop some on screen as well. This is just such a nice little way to like layer some different lighter fabrics with the like heavier fabrics that we're going to be having in winter. Like we're going to be having a lot of knitwear obviously, and like heavier jackets, but with like the light lace underneath, I feel like it's a really nice like way to break up a heavier outfit. I think like really flowy feminine pieces with like more structured jackets, like that's the sort of vibe I'm thinking. And like even like some like nice lace pieces with like leather trench coats, or like a suede trench coat with like a cute little lace top underneath with like denim jeans. I feel like that would look really cool. Another trend that I have included in this, which I'm actually not that sure if I'm gonna get much wear out of, but I'm not like mad about it, is modern boho. With this trend, it's more like very Victorian, like ruffles and like oversized flowy blouses that are quite sheer, and like flowy ruffly skirts. I would say all of that sort of goes into this modern boho trend, and elements of it I really like. I really like the flowy ruffly sheer skirts, like midi skirts and maxi skirts and mini skirts. I feel like they would look really cool with like more structured masculine top pieces, but I'm not sure about the flowy blouses personally. I feel like they're a bit too feminine for me. I think like maybe like a flowy blouse styled up with a more edgy bottom, maybe like a leather short or a leather skirt or trousers, just something a bit more edgy on the bottom, and then maybe like a belt to cinch it in could look quite nice. But yeah, for me, when I just initially see the flowy blouses, it just isn't really my style. But I am going to try out this trend. I feel like it could be a really interesting one. But yeah, I mean, boho I would say is always big in the summer. It's very like Ibiza holiday vibes, but I feel like it's quite interesting that it's going to be a big trend this autumn, because I personally don't think it's usually like an autumn trend. It's definitely more of a summer trend, these like flowy blouses and ruffles. But yeah, the skirts I can definitely get on board with, and I think they would look so cool with like knee boots. And speaking of skirts, another trend that is huge coming into autumn is knee length skirts. With this trend, pencil skirts are also coming back in a big way, but I am also seeing knee length skirts in general are just huge right now. Yeah, maxi skirts have been around for a while now, and they have been like one of the most popular style length skirts, I would say. Now the midi skirt is coming back in a big way, and I actually really like it. We're seeing a lot of asymmetric hemlines and, like I said, ruffles, and I think they look so cool. So this trend I'm definitely going to be jumping on. I've also seen a black satin knee length skirt with like a lace trim, which I'm obsessed with, and I've also like a white satin lace skirt that's like asymmetric. I think they just look so gorgeous, and I could just see these styled up with like a leather bomber jacket, some leather knee boots for like an evening look. I think that would look so cool. So yeah, I am actually really enjoying the change up of the skirt length. I feel like maxi skirts have had their time now, and now it's time to mix it up a little bit. Another trend that I am loving, and I feel like it's always sort of a trend, I don't feel like this trend is that groundbreaking, but animal print. When I say animal print, I would say that the trend this season that's probably the most new is the type of animal print that is coming in right now is more sort of cow print, I would say. And I have seen some Dalmatian, which is quite unique. But I would say leopard print and zebra print and snake print are classics that have been around like last year as well, and they're not going anywhere. But yeah, the cow print I would say is quite a unique one that is in fashion right now in a big way, and I think it sort of leans into the chocolate brown theme as well. Cow print has the cream and the brown in it, so I feel like that is maybe one reason why it's quite popular this season, because it goes so beautifully with the chocolate brown pieces that are really popular right now. And I don't have any cow print. I am a fan of leopard print, and I do have a few pieces, but yeah, I actually could get on board with the cow print. I feel like for me, a way I would wear this is in a bag, maybe in a shoe or a belt. But for me, I'd probably go for like an accessory. I feel like that would be a fun way to inject this trend into my wardrobe without committing too much. But I feel like a cute little baguette bag would be a really nice way to wear this trend. The next trend that I am seeing everywhere at the minute is, this is a bit of a mixture. So it's sort of like messy layering slash shabby chic. I don't really know what I would call this, so I'm just going to call it that. This is more of like a messy, undone look that's a bit sort of like mismatchy, and you're layering up a lot of pieces. And I have noticed this initially with people wearing scarves tied around their waist. So I actually styled up an outfit sort of in this style the other day, so I'll pop on screen what I'm talking about. So I wore like quite a simple outfit, and then I added a scarf in between, sort of like as a belt, to add a different layer to the look. And people are also creating outfits like this with lace pieces layered in this way. You'll see better what I mean through the images, because I feel like I'm not explaining this very well. But this like layering and like adding more to an outfit is definitely becoming more popular and is a trend at the minute. I would say it's more like leaning into maximalist fashion over minimalist. I feel like minimalist, very like chic, minimal looks have been popular for quite a while now, and I feel like now we're sort of getting away from that a bit and going a bit more is more sort of vibe. And I feel like it could be a really fun time. I feel like it's a bit more of a free-for-all with fashion. It could be quite a fun season to just add in these different layers. Like, it's like I'm thinking clashing fabrics, I'm thinking clashing prints. I feel like this trend could be easily done in a bad way, but it's also like looking really effortlessly chic and put together, but like you've just thrown on your outfit. That's the sort of vibe. And then fashion trend, which I'm actually really excited to try out, is leaning into that maximalist sort of trend at the minute, and it is actually an accessories trend of belts. The belts at the minute are going very big and bold. We're seeing a lot of large belts to cinch you in at the small of the waist. We're seeing a lot of like metal belts to wear along the hip, like lower part of the hip. I'm seeing a lot of layering of like multiple belts with an outfit, and I actually really like it. I think this is a really fun way to try out a new trend, and I think it just adds a little bit of something extra to a plain look. I actually think this would be a fun trend to try out, and I actually tried this out with another outfit that I did the other day, so I'll pop that on screen as well. I only styled this up in a simple way with just one belt. I just wore a black satin maxi skirt, and I think I wore a white vest top, and I just put on a belt, like a low-rise belt, only one belt, because I don't actually have that many belts, so I definitely need to get some new ones. But yeah, this was like a really simple, basic way to try out this outfit. If you like the sound of this trend, but you just want to dip your toe in, maybe try out something like what I wore here. I mean, this is not maximalist, this is still very minimalist. I'm definitely going to be getting some new belts to layer up and try this out in like different ways, but just with what I had, I wanted to try out this sort of belt style. And yeah, I feel like it's just a little bit different, like adds a different layer to an outfit. Yeah, I especially like the chain belts that we're seeing at the minute. I feel like they look really good and just like very different to what has been like on the high street recently. I feel like they're a fun way to add something different to a look. I feel like the chain low-rise belts with like the asymmetric skirts and satin skirts, I think they look really chic. But then equally with the boho like ruffly blouses I was mentioning, like those with like a statement belt cinching in the waist, I feel like that would edge up the shirt. Maybe like I would like that outfit then with the belt contrast. So yeah, I feel like the belts are definitely going to be a fun trend coming into autumn and winter, and I'm really excited to try it out. And then the last trend that I'm also going to be trying out this autumn is structured sort of like power dressing. When I think of this, I think of like 80s power suits, like very structured shoulders, but like with a cinched in waist showing off like the hourglass silhouette. I'm thinking power suits, I'm thinking like chic businesswoman vibes. I feel like the cinched blazers came in a little bit in the last autumn, spring. Gonna be even bigger, I think, this autumn and winter. And I feel like if you don't have blazers that already have the cinched in waist, you can easily recreate this and try out this style by cinching in your own jacket with a belt. And because belts are so big this season, I feel like it's gonna look so cool. So that's definitely an easy way to try out that trend as well. So I'm definitely gonna be doing that. And that is all of my favorite trends coming into this autumn and winter. Let me know which trends are your favorite ones and that you're gonna be trying out, and which ones you're gonna be steering clear of. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.